probably have fans, people telling you, "Oh, this is my favorite song of Satsang." What's your favorite Satsang song?
So far.
Right
Yeah,
on.
reason being, like I said, usually I write really fast. You know, the quick story behind that song was the first verse was written right before we did our first run of shows with Franti. So we had done a few shows with him in Florida, and then we found out that he offered us the rest of the year. So it was like, you know, and I spent all but like $17 in my account to get to Florida to play these shows with Franti, because in my mind I was like, okay, well, we're playing this venue in St. Pete where the green room is on a balcony. There's no way he's not going to watch our set. If he watches our set, there's no way he's not going to want us to open for him. That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking chips to put in on that hand. And I put all of them in. And that's what happened. So the first verse was written within 15 minutes after finding out that Michael Franti wanted us to go on tour with him. Then went touring so hard that my relationship with my wife and my kids was strained. I didn't have any sense of identity. Our band member quit via email after we just played 2 huge shows with Trevor Hall. The agency that sat me and my wife and my children down and told me that they build lifelong careers and that they wanted to work with me for the rest of my career fucking dropped me 3 weeks after I told them that I was having a baby.
So fall of 17, it all hit the fan.
Hit the motherfucking fan. And I was just like, it's the closest I come to quitting. So I told everybody. I told Carl, my management, I was like, I'm taking 6 months off. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I felt so betrayed. I felt so angry. You know, for a dude that already admittedly has a chip on his shoulder, for all that shit to happen at one time, I was just like, everybody. And then I went to the Grindhouse and I started training, and we didn't have an agent, so my managers booked these headline shows for us in these smaller clubs. We had no idea what was going to happen. We're just like, all right, I guess we'll go back on tour and we'll fucking see what happens. And we sold out all the 4 shows. And it was just kind of this like, whoa, you know? And I went from like the deepest depression of my life to giving my life to martial arts for 6 months to having my son, and then to go back out and be received by everyone and be like, we have fans now? What the fuck? We have fans? And I had left this verse vacant because there was like 3 or 4 different artists that I wanted to be on so far, and we were in Asheville, North Carolina, and I was like, fuck this, man, I'll write a verse right now. And I did, and I wrote verse 2. So it was like, it's the only song I've ever written in my life with this like huge disparity and almost a year between verses, you know, over a year between verses. And then what I went through between verse 1 and verse 2, like I listen to that song still, and I just like, man, and that's really my baby laughing in there, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, everything about that song, man, it means so much to me. We gotta push on so they know, and they don't forget who we are.